What's going on, growers? It's James Prigioni coming to you live from Jersey. Today, me and Tuck are going to take you with us as we grab a huge harvest from our permaculture backyard garden. Let's go! Let's jump right into harvesting by grabbing some fresh organic tomatoes. In this section right here, I have 20 different varieties of tomatoes growing in 20 square feet. So it's just loaded with all different kinds. Let's start things off with one of my favorite all-time varieties. If you're not growing the Super Sweet 100, then you need to get it planted. Look how many incredible sets of tomatoes this thing has. Just go up a little bit. It is just amazing how much fruit this thing produces, how reliable it is. Look how beautiful the plant is with almost no disease issues. It's super reliable and incredible tasting. Come back down and let me actually grab some fruit. But you'll notice in some of these locations, we have the birds are just pecking away at a lot of our fruit. I mean, it's just been so hot this year and the birds don't have enough water, so they're going after some of our fruit, but that's okay. Let's grab some of these good ones. Man, these Super Sweet 100 are so amazing. I'm not gonna get too many of them. I've got a bunch of more Super Sweet 100s in different locations because we got a lot of tomatoes and a lot of different kinds of fruits and veggies to grab today. Right here, we've got the pink vernissage tomato. Beautiful one. I've never tasted it yet. Let's actually see how it tastes real quick. It's got some nice color to it. Let's see how it actually tastes. Not super sweet. A little sour, not the greatest tasting tomato, although it looks pretty cool. We got so much more stuff to get. Here's the pink bumblebee. I don't see much pink in this one, but I do see the bumblebee. Nice color on that. Then we've got the Chadwick cherry right next to us here. This is almost like the Super Sweet 100, but bigger. Look at these nice size ones. And then right to the right of us, we've got the Castelluto Genovese. None ready on this plant, but I've got more plants in the back that are just loaded with some ripe ones that we'll grab in just a little bit. Over here, we've got the Sunrise Bumblebee. Let's see how these look. That's a pretty nice one. Decent looking tomato. Let's keep going. Then we've got more over here. Here's one I've never grown before. This is the Brad's Crazy Cherry. So this thing looks like it has some huge sets of tomatoes on it. Look at that. A lot of nice sets. A nice yellow tomato. We'll grab a few of them here, just so we have a variety of different ones to snack on. Then let's move this way more. We've got the blue cream berry tomato right here. I've got a bunch of these planted. They're doing real well. Nice color on it. A little splitting, but still pretty decent color. Some more of them down here. These tomatoes aren't ready. Then this one right here is doing real nice. This is the Hartman's yellow gooseberry tomato. So this one is doing excellent. Really nice tomato. Next to that one, what do we have here? We've got the blue cream. Oh, this can't be right. This one says the blue cream berry, but it's not. I'm not sure exactly what variety this is, but it's got some nice beefsteaks on it. You don't even understand how big some of my beefsteaks are in some of the other locations, like my soldaki. I've got some soldakis ready to be harvested that we're gonna grab in just a little while. Here we've got the red zebra. See this one? Nice color. Wow. Striking color on that one. Super beautiful. And then next to us here, we've got this one. I can't really pronounce the name, so I'll just give you it's definitely an Italian variety. You can see the birds have gotten to this one just a bit too, but that's all right. We still got some to harvest. And I've got another plant in the back that are loaded with this variety as well. And look how cute this one is. The German lunchbox. This is a really cool little tomato. Look at the size, the color. Nice, beautiful pink blush on it. Really good looking tomato. And then right here, this is the first time I've grown this. These are the chocolate pears. So I've grown the yellow pear in the past. It hasn't done as well. The chocolate pear is doing incredible. So I really like this variety. I think it's just a great one. Then let's keep moving. We've got so many more things to show. I've got some monster tomatoes in the back. That's the lemon boy doing real nice, but let's grab a few different things besides tomatoes. I want to bring you over and grab some peppers and some eggplants that are actually ready. So over here we've got some peppers ready. This one looks like the Purple Beauty. Look at this guy. Nice color to that. First pepper of the year. Looking really nice. Got an eggplant to the right of me over here. We've got the white eggplant. Look at this little thing. Beautiful color. Look how white those are. That is just insane. Some beauty already coming to this. Tuck's looking for his snacks. Get out of there, boy. He's trying to grab one of the peppers, but we're gonna get him a fresh carrot or something he really likes to snack on. Let's just keep moving though. As you look up here at some of these apples that will be ready soon, and then look to the left at the Williams Pride. This thing is gonna be ready in just like a week or so. So soon we're going to be eating fresh apples. Nothing like it. Come over here. I'm gonna grab a squash. And then we've got another tomato ready. Let's grab one of these zucchinis back here. Add this to the old harvest. This Costata Romanesco zucchini just constantly pumps out zucchinis. By far my favorite variety. Hidden underneath the squash leaf, we've got some tomatoes ready. Again, the birds have pecked a little bit at it, but it's still a good looking tomato. This is the blue tomato. I forget the exact, oh, it's called the Blue Beauty, that's it. So let's get a couple of these. Nice color, especially on this one. Keep moving though, we got a lot of stuff to grab. This is only the first round of tomatoes. Soon there's gonna be more tomatoes than we even know what to do with. Let me grab some of the beans over here. Look how beautiful the beans are doing in this section right here. I mean, look at this, just a nice flush area of beans. Remember a couple weeks ago, this thing was loaded with cabbages. Now it's loaded with beans. Look at the yellow wax beans. Ooh. Oh man, this is what Tuck needs. Nice set, look at this over here too. Oh yeah, the beans are starting to come in strong. And the dragon tongue beans are gonna be setting up. Those are in the center. They aren't ready yet, but that's my favorite variety of bean. The dragon tongue beans are just so good. Hey boss, want a bean? Snap the end off. If you guys love seeing Tuck in the videos, make sure to spam the hearts down in the comments. This guy is the boss. He's a leader. He's the king of the channel. We love him so much. We also want to remind you to grab some of the merch at jamesprigioni.com. Get a shirt, some of the summer merch, get a water bottle, grab one of the kneelers while you still can because it's a limited time thing. Spin around, check out the size of the tomatoes behind you. Dude, the sets. Look at the soldaki. Oh, insane. Look at this one over here. No way. Look how many tomatoes are on here. Oh my gosh. This is just absolutely insane. Oh, it's gonna be such a huge harvest, but let's grab some more squash over here. Look at the Keyhole raised bed. Look at how insane it is. There's all fruit in the background. I've got something in the back that I need to show you after I show you this bed. The first time I've ever grown this. It looks like it's something from a different planet. I'll grab it after I grab a few more things. Let's grab this, another small zucchini in here. I love to get the Costados when they're small. This is like the ideal size. So sweet, so incredibly good. But we've also got some patty pan squashes, like this white one here. Look at that. Beautiful. More in the back. Let me see. Back here. It looks like Tuck grabbed one of my squash. What are you doing, buddy? I'll get you another snack in a little bit. We'll grab you some carrots or some cucumbers, boy. We got more squash. Let's let them have some fun with that. Let's grab this patty pan over here. More white squash in the back. Just take a look at the size of this plant. Look at the base of it down there. It's huge. I'm gonna grab another squash right here and then hop in the, look at this thing. Beautiful. Then let me hop into that Keyhole raised bed and grab a few more snacks. Jump in here. We've got so many cucumbers in the back. Some of the stuff I could barely even get to. Looks like a couple more eggplants. Some white eggplants. I mean, I forgot I even had these back here. This cucumber looks like it's about past. Another massive cucumber in the back. There's just so many cucumbers. We're gonna grab some more of them, but look at this. This is the size of this cabbage. This is getting out of hand. I gotta take it out. It's gonna take a lot of cuts. This is by far the biggest cabbage I ever grown. I'm gonna have to take this thing out and get actual size of it. That's basically the only way to get out of the Keyhole bed these days. Look at it. The premium flat Dutch cabbage. No joke. How big this thing is. Oh my gosh. It's July like 22nd, still getting cabbages. Look at this size. Look at the density. This is real food. Like Bill Mollison says, if you want organic food, you just gotta grow it yourself. It's the only way to get it. More stuff to grab. I told you we had some cool stuff on the other side of the fence. I wanna get it. Just let me come over here to show you a few more things. This birdie's raised bed is doing fantastic. Another round of cucumbers all growing, staggered behind the others. More squash in the back here, doing fantastic. What are they? Grapes along the fence line, doing real nice. Love to see it. Let me try to grab one of these carrots. See how these are doing. Oh yeah, oh man, look at these. These are, I forget the exact variety name, but it's a really unique one. I'll put it in the video right here. It's got this different variation of colors. So I've got like an atomic red carrot over there that's all red. This one has like a few different colors in it, and when you crack it open, it's supposed to be pretty nice in the inside too. So I think that's enough teasing, right? Let's let the boss go to work. What do you think, buddy? Yeah. This guy deserves it all. We're gonna have to have a talk with him later because there are a few things he needs to work on in the garden actually, but let's give this to him. Let's keep going because we're just getting started on the harvest. Let's go. We'll try to bring a few of these little things with us as we move along. Oh, some of the, check out this though, the asparagus I planted last year. Look at that. All we're doing is setting ourselves up for massive harvest in the future, even more food. The grapes over here are looking beautiful. They're starting to ripen. Look at some of the sets. I want to grab some from the one over here. Look, some of these are starting to ripen, these grapes. I cannot wait. We're not too far off until we have huge sets of grapes. Let me just try this one right here. I bet it's getting nice and sweet. Nothing like fresh grapes. Starting to get that incredible sweet color. Still flavor. Still a little sour at the end, but delicious. I got more things to show. Here's something I've never grown before. This one right here. This is the sour gherkin right here. This is actually like a cucumber. These are when they're ready. They look like tiny little watermelons. They're delicious. They have a bit of a sourness to them, but the plants are absolutely prolific. You do not need more than one of them. They'll take over your whole garden. They look beautiful as sort of like an ornamental, but you can also snack on these little things. Let me have one. You get that real good cucumber flavor, and this one really isn't that sour at all. Actually has a nice flavor to it. There's so many on there though. I got more stuff I want to show you guys. Over here, check this out. We've got too many cucumbers to even harvest. I'm not going to grab them because I'll just show you them. There's just 3 here. We've got hundreds along the other end, but before I get to those, check out the little Sorrenti melons. Look at these little guys. These are going to be delicious soon. So once these things start to ripen, oh man, we're going to be loaded with melons. Cannot wait. Let's check this out though. Right here, we've got, you know, our typical cucumber, something we're always growing, but look what is next to it. This is something I have never ever grown before. This thing looks like it's from another planet. Look at this. This thing actually looks like it's from a different planet. It is insane. Look. Oh my gosh, it looks like some kind of alien fruit. Incredible. So I've never had these before. This is the first time me and Tuck have ever grown them. They look so cool, but we want to cut it open and try it. But look at some of these cucumbers back here first. I mean, just the amount of fruit is getting a little out of hand. Look at these. So good. This is my favorite variety, man. It's incredible flavor. But let's actually cut this. I want to cut this thing open because I've never had them. Never tried it before. I know that they're typically used when using stir fries and stuff, but I heard that you could actually eat them fresh. So I want to try to cut it open and eat it fresh. I think I was reading that you cut it this way. Just like this. And then we'll see what's in the inside. I think you're supposed to take the inside out. I believe. You know, hopefully I'm not doing this wrong, but this is my first time ever doing it, so if I am, just let me know. And I'm not expecting incredible flavor because I know they're better cooked, but let's just see how it does taste. This looks like a good piece. First time ever, the bitter melon. Always grow things that, you know, get you excited and encouraged to be out here. Even if it doesn't taste amazing, growing this has like just got me outside more because I want to taste it. I've never had it before, so it's just one of those things that, you know, just planting this helps the whole entire garden. Let me taste it. Oh, ooh. That is so bitter. I know exactly why they call it the bitter melon. That's gonna be my last time eating that. The only way I can deal with that is by, let's get some tomatoes to wash this thing down. Whew. Super Sweet 100, we already had a bunch of those, but I need some of the Sun Gold cherries, my favorite variety, to wash that down because that was bitter. Let's go with something sweet. This is what I call the candy flavored tomato because it literally tastes like candy. That's what I needed. Sweet relief. Look at the fence line though. Look at this. Cucumber, look at the size of some of these. And just crazy cucumbers over here. I guess maybe it's because some of the heat, but because of this heat, the cucumbers are going nuts. Look at this thing. So long. Have you seen cucumbers that big? The potatoes in the back are almost finished. They're starting to finish, and soon we're gonna have massive harvests just from the buckets. Check this out right here. Another Chadwick cherry. Tomato looking nice with cucumbers right below it. So look at that. We got a tomato vine growing up a steak, and then we got a cucumber vine growing up a tomato. So yeah, it's pretty funny. Next to me right here, look at the sheer number of fruit on this mushroom basket tomato. I mean, it's insane. There's so much fruit. Let's check out the pallet raised bed though. Here's one of the blue cream berries. Another one. This one is just loaded with fruit. We're talking crazy amounts of fruit. I didn't try this one though, so let me see how this one tastes. As you can see, it does do a good amount of splitting. So the Sun Gold Cherry will split a decent amount too. The Super Sweet 100, that thing really rarely splits. Let me try this one. Wow. Very sweet, almost zero acidity. So that blue cream berry has got a real sweet fruit. Let's keep moving though, we got so much more things to show. Actually, I cut open that bitter melon. Let's cut open something else because that just wasn't that satisfying to me. Tomatoes under there. Here's the Dr. Weitch's yellow. This thing's almost ready. Beautiful sets next to us right here. More incredible sets. Tomatoes. Check out the the apple. This thing's gonna be definitely our biggest producer of the year. Some of these apples are setting up incredibly. Don't forget our cucumbers growing up the strings too. You know those are producing well. And then let's move over and grab a cabbage real quick. I want to grab one of these. Look at these cabbages over here. They are crazy. So look how beautiful this one is. The Dead on Savoy. Look at that. Picturesque. So incredible. Let's check this Red Express though real quick because I want to cut this thing open. I love cutting these things open so much because I love exposing the beauty of this thing. Got some of these leaves off. Cut this back. Then, one of my all-time favorite things to do. Here we go. Oh, that's dense. I can't even get through it. That is dense. The reveal. Oh, look how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh, look how dense it is. Look how juicy it is. That's so much food. So amazing. I'm just so thankful for this kind of food. Incredible. Take a peek at the Honeycrisp apples right next to me. Let's take a look at those, and then let's tuck some more carrots because he must be getting hot, so let's get him a fresh drink from the carrots right over here. Check out this raised bed. This one gets a decent amount of shade at this time of the year, but that's okay because it's just so hot. We've got a pepper ready in the back right here. We'll grab this pepper. Looking nice. Let's grab some of these carrots. Tuck, want a carrot, boy? Oh yeah. Beautiful carrots here. Look at this. Oh, picturesque carrots. You don't get nicer carrots than those. Boss man. Carrot. Oh yeah, that's the sweet stuff. He doesn't want the water. He wants the water inside the carrot. Right, boy? We'll let him grab some of those carrots, and I've got a celery over here I want to try. Haven't tried this one recently. Let's grab a celery. Man, look at this carrot. It's a really pretty one. I know I got more carrots in here too. Here's some celery, getting bigger. See how this tastes. A tiny bit stringy. Wow. Incredibly sweet. Zero bitterness. I don't know if it has zero bitterness or if everything tastes sweet compared to that bitter melon that I just had. Not the best tasting thing. Over here, we've got buku more carrots. I mean, I got so many carrots planted for the little boss. Here's the atomic red that I was talking about. This one is a lot more red than the other one I showed you. So it's got that beautiful red color to it. Really like the way it looks. And then coming to my left over here, people ask if I grow onions. I grow onions all the time. I just don't show harvesting that much because I don't think it's too exciting. But we'll grab a little onion. We'll have this later. And we've got a bunch of garlics too that we could grab if we want. But let's set this down and keep moving. I got some stuff in the back that I want to show you. Let's head back here. You'll notice this year too, look how many flowers I have dispersed throughout the garden. Made sure to add a lot of flowers because it brings in the pollinators and it's just so incredible to look at as we have just tomatoes all around us. Let's grab some fresh soldaki tomatoes that are ripe. Here's the Castelluto Genovese that I was talking about, which have a few ready. Right here, really nice. A little bite by the birds, but that's okay. Still an incredibly beautiful tomato. We'll get this one too. Love to see it. And then here's some more in the back of this variety that I couldn't pronounce, but these ones are already back here. So we'll just grab more of these. I love coming out here and grabbing tomatoes. It's like, it's such a fun thing to do. It's like Christmas, they just keep coming. You're bumping through a bunch of flowers. Look at the size of this sunflower above me. We're talking like 12, 15 feet or something. All I can do is just look up in amazement. Let's grab a soldaki right here. This is one of my favorite all-time varieties. This is one I've talked about so much, the soldaki. It's a great tomato, it's the sandwiches, the tomato sandwiches this thing makes. It's just to die for. I grow this thing every single year. This year I did forget to grow one of my other favorites, Rosa de Bern, but at least we got one of our all-time favorite beefsteaks, the heirloom soldaki. Let me just leave some of those harvests there. We'll come back for them. I got some more stuff I want to show you. Check out the tiny hat right here. The tomato, look at this thing. It's the determinate, loaded with fruit. I haven't tried any yet. This is my first taste of them. See, this is like the ultimate patio tomato. Let me see. Ooh. I'm gonna be honest. That's a pretty sour tomato. Maybe it needs a little more time, but that's not as sweet as I thought it was gonna be. Compared to something like our super sweet 100s, I grow this 10 out of 10 times. Or looking behind us over here, our sun gold cherries. This is what you wanna grow. Look at some of these sets, look at the color, look at the beauty. This plant is doing fantastic. This is the tomatoes you wanna eat. So much better tasting in my opinion. Let's check to the right over here. You know you got the next round of berries. We go strawberries, raspberries, black cap raspberries. Time for blackberries. Look at some of these. Look at some of the size of these. So I've been making sure to come out and give these a lot of water because they need the water at this time. But these are just some of the biggest blackberries that I've ever grown. And this is the thornless variety. So we don't have to worry about bumping into it or anything. Let's take a taste of these and see how they are. So good. Hint of sourness, nice sweetness. It's just got that little bit of tart, but so much sugar, it's so delicious. Let's keep going. Cucumbers, doing real well. Growing out of the pot as we got here too. Next, I want to show you some of these grapes that are looking just beautiful. And there's just, there's so many of them on here. So come over here. You'll notice insane amount of grapes. Look up here. Look at my head. So some of the spots is probably too many grapes. I'm gonna have to cut a few sets out, but it's hard to just cut them out when you see this. It's like, it's almost like I'm in paradise. It's just so beautiful. Over here we've got the fig tree, which is just blew up in size. I'm going to have to remove some of these figs, some of the younger ones, because it has too many on them. So it can allow some of the older figs to ripen. Some of these ones that are further along. So I'm gonna take some of the younger ones out. This way the others can ripen. Now I just wanna show you the pear tree over here. This is our most reliable pear, doing real nice. Soon these things will start swelling up, and this will extend our fruit harvest as well. And then to end it off, we'll have the persimmon tree in the back there. So you'll notice when it comes to permaculture, what you want to do is plant a lot of different perennials as well. You don't just want to get stuck with annuals. Yeah, annuals are fantastic because they're super productive, but the thing about annuals is you have to replant them every single year. When it comes to your perennials, you can put them in one time and they'll basically support you for life. So it's not about like being a super zealot and only using permaculture principles, but it's about using whatever principles principles will apply for your particular situation, and then just being accepting of a lot of those. So when you look at my garden, it's a combination of permaculture principles, square foot gardening, and I'm also doing some raised bed gardening and stuff. So it's not like I'm stuck in one set way of doing things. I'm just doing what works best for me, and then just basically trying to encourage people to do the same. Permaculture has formed one of the foundations of my garden, but I'm not stuck only set in the ways, because it's like Bill Mollison says, you know, no one knows or can tell you exactly what permaculture is, but if what you're doing works, you really shouldn't have to do anything. That's how you know you're doing permaculture. That's today's video, growers. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. Got to give the boss a little more water before we finish. I got to tell you, this guy is kind of in, you know, he's in timeout zone a little bit. He hasn't been working as hard as he should, maybe. We're a little upset with him because he let something sneak into the garden. Yeah, he's working hard, but let's go check out some of the evidence. Come on, Tuck. We gotta show you something, boy. So, overall, there have been very little pests when it comes to, you know, animal pests and stuff in the garden. Tuck's done a really good job of keeping things out. We've had some squirrels here and there come in, and also a few birds that pecked into the stuff, but that's not Tuck's job. One of the things we're a little bit upset with is, come here, Tuck. Come here, boy. Is in this bed here, the boss has actually allowed a small bunny to come into the garden. So a bunny stuck into the garden when it was so small it could squeeze through the fence holes. Now it's grown up in here and it's gotten so big that it can't get back out. So the bunny has eaten some of these some beans and stuff. So what do you got to say about that, buddy? Huh? So make sure you guys spam some hearts down in the comments. This guy needs a little more encouragement. He's been slacking off just a little bit. So we need him to pick his game up, get back out here, keep the bunnies out so we can keep harvesting from the garden. Right, boy? So we love him out here. We're thankful for his hard work, but I think he can step it up just a little bit more. What do you think? I also wanted to thank, before I let you guys go, I want to thank one of our channel members who's been with us for a while, Matt O'Brien. Thanks for being a part of Team Grow. Thanks for contributing. Thanks for having your hand in all the stuff that we're doing back here. I also want to mention to grab some of the kneelers down at jamesprigioni.com. There's only a few of them left. So if you want to be part of Team Grow, if you want to have your own kneeler and support the channel, make sure you grab some while they're still here. Me and Tuck had a blast, even though it's insanely hot out here. We're going through feels like a drought. I mean, it's just been crazy hot and also super humid, which is affecting some of our tomatoes and stuff. Overall, we could not be happier or more thankful with how much food we're getting, especially with kind of like how little work we're putting into it. So me and Tuck do all the work in this garden back here, and we couldn't be more thankful for all of you joining along with us. So me and Tuck just wanted to say, we'll be back at you again real soon. We out.